If your PC isn't Windows 11 ready, then it may be Windows 1 ready. Today, we'll be taking a brief tour of the very first edition of a well-known OS on our recently restored 1986 digital VaxMate. That's right, it's Windows 1.01.11. So here we boot into the Information System application, which is the integrated VaxMate menu. This includes specific help for applications in addition to the standard Windows help file. So as we can see here, it recommends that new users should really read the VaxMate system handbook, but as computer users, we all know we don't like reading books, do we? So they provided this great online information system, and you can click through it. Like, we've got getting started with your VaxMate workstation. We click here, and it's all very self-explanatory. There's some exercises provided, like MS Windows exercises. If we click there, it actually takes you through using Windows, because we have to remember this is the first version of Windows. People have never really seen graphical user interfaces, let alone use them. So it steps you through nice little exercises like how to use multiple windows, something that computer users back in the 80s were certainly not used to multitasking. Using your notepad. So here we're going to click on the third option, use the MS-DOS executive window, which is basically a file explorer for DOS. So we double click on the MS-DOS executive icon, which is this floppy disk icon at the bottom. And you can see it opens up a window which allows you to interface with your MS-DOS files. Here you can actually open up, it's jumped straight to the application folder on our hard drive, and here you can actually open up your favourite Windows applications. Some of them will be familiar to all users, such as Calc. If we open up that, we get, hey presto, a calculator. And it's quite a good little calculator actually. It's very much like we find in more modern versions of Windows. It's got all your basic functions. We can type and add. We can add to memory. With a click of a button. We can recall memory. We can do square roots. We can do percentages. So it's quite a good featured calculator really. And you can have that on your desktop. You can actually expand. We'll double press. We'll close him back down. And if we double click on our DOS executive again, we'll be able to explore some more options. Here, calendar is exactly what it is. It's a calendar. And you can see the good old PC clock sent us back to 1980, a bit of a trip back in time. And let's just test it out and see if we can jump forward. We'll see whether we've got the year 2K bug. Nice, so we're actually now on Saturday, 17th of July, 2021. So you can type in appointments if you wish. We'll do a test. And it functions just like your regular calendar. So we'll close the calendar down without saving any changes and explore our next app. We'll go for the clock because that showcases the VaxMate's impressive graphics. We can even go full screen and it brings up a nice analog clock. Let's see if we can get more than 2 windows running at a time. There is a control panel that's a lot more basic than Windows these days, but it does enable you to go through and add printers and new fonts into the system. We've actually set our digital printer up, which we will test in a later video. And there are network settings as well, which we do hope to network this system at a later date. And as you can see, we've got 3 windows running there, which is quite impressive on a 1986 machine. So next we'll open up a familiar app, Notepad. This is our only text editor. There is no WordPad, just Notepad in Windows 1. And from here you can type in your document, you can edit it with really basic functions, and you can also print. So we'll close that now. We won't worry about saving our changes. It's nice that it comes up with that prompt though. And we'll open another familiar app. This is the first version of Paint. And once it opens, we'll go to a nice full screen. Now it is very basic. You've got some airbrush tools. Very hard to use on this old mouse. We do have shapes and filled shapes. Paintbrush, which you can actually change the size of your paintbrush. There's brush shapes, various sizes. Now all this was quite advanced for its day. You can even add text. Now when we save the file, they actually save to an MSP format, which is a really old Paint format that's not compatible today. And Windows even included a game. So we'll open up Reversi. I'm going to open him up full screen. And I'm not real good at this game, so we'll just click through and see what happens. Okay, so that's enough of that. I don't want to be seen on the internet getting beaten by a computer from 1986 on beginner level. We'll close that down. So from here, we can actually close out of Windows altogether. Do you really want to quit the information system? Yes. Now, we've got a few windows left open, so we will actually have to close those as well. Okay, this will end your window session. And from here, we're back to our DOS. Okay, well that concludes our brief introduction to Windows 1. In our next video, we would like to do a more comprehensive rundown of the VaxMate machine and restoration. For those of you who liked what you saw and want to experience for yourself, there is actually a browser-based Windows 1 that you can try on your modern machine, be it Mac, PC, or even Windows 11. We'll leave a link in the description. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you all know what to do. We'll see you next time.